Hi guys! Today I'm going to be talking about my skincare routine. A few of you have asked me to share my skincare routine on Instagram and on the blog, so I figured instead of doing a long-winded post, I would put together a video because it's a bit of a process. I'm not going to lie with you. So a few of you have asked me to do this on Instagram and on the blog. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's a bit of a long-winded process, so I thought I would put together a little video to talk about my morning routine and my nightly routine and sort of a few things that I do in between throughout the week to keep my skin in check. Because for me, it's been a very long process to find a skincare routine that works for me and works for my skin. I had really, really bad skin growing up, like acne galore, and I still get the occasional heavy breakout or that one big pimple that won't go away. So I totally get it if you're out there struggling with those types of challenges for your skin. And then obviously as we're aging, I'm starting to think about incorporating products for anti-aging to prevent wrinkles, all while still focusing on my skin type, which would be like a normal to oily combination skin. So these are a few things that I use and I can recommend to you to try out to see what you like or if you think that it's something that can work for you. So I hope it helps. I love your feedback. Let me know if I'm not going into enough detail on this post or on this video, if you need more information about these products, and I'm really happy to share that because I know how hard it can be when you're trying to find what works for you and how frustrating it is when you're spending money trying new products and instead of getting results, you're getting rashes, you're getting increased breakouts, you're getting dry patches on your skin, redness and burning. So I get it. I've seen it all. I've been there, and I hope that this helps. So without further ado, here we go. Okay, so I don't typically wash my face in the morning. I wash it at night. What I do in the morning is I wake up and I splash water on my face to wake myself up, pat my skin dry, and then what I've been starting to use is the ice roller, which I know everybody was interested about when I posted it on my Insta stories. So what I really do is I rub it all across my face, my eyes, and my neck, depending on how much time I have in the morning. So anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. I try to do it more on the weekends just because it feels good and it feels luxe and I just really like it. So I do that in the morning after I splash water on my face, and it's nice because it's like I wake up and then I kind of climb back into bed and I do it while I'm watching the news or I'm making my morning cup of coffee, and it's just like a nice pick-me-up in the morning and it feels so good. This one I got off Amazon. It was pretty cheap. I think it was under $25. I've tagged it on a post in my blog before, but I'll tag it again in this post so that you guys have it. And if you want to try it out, it's just something that I totally recommend that you try out. It's made such a huge difference. I don't even know, if it's actually benefiting my skin or anything. I do feel like my skin looks a lot more fresh when I use it. And it just feels better, and it just makes my eyes feel less heavy, my neck feel like has less lines on it. So I found it to be really helpful using every morning. So once I do that, I do a combination, and a lot of my products, I'm just going to caveat this video, are SkinCeuticals. This is not sponsored. It's just a product that I've kind of discovered and I'm obsessed with. I've really found that these products work for my skin and they help combat the issues that I've had with my skin in the past. And while again, nothing's perfect, like I get sort of hormonal breakouts sometimes or the odd rash, I have a ton of allergies, I have found that this brand has really helped me combat my skin challenges across a long-term time period. I've been using them for over a year now, and I love the products, and I'm really into the brand. So I'm caveating it that a lot of these products are SkinCeuticals products. This is not a sponsored video, but I do recommend that you try at least a few of these if you're having the same challenges that I am. So the first one that I use is this sort of ferulic acid, and I'm going to butcher all of these names, but I will post all of these with tags to their brand pages so you can read about them and the full scientific benefits and ingredients. This is sort of the way that I think about it, or the way that it was described to me, is like a vitamin C for your skin. So I'll use a combination of this with a serum in the morning. So this is Serum 10. It's just to provide antioxidant and anti-aging benefits for your skin. And I will kind of put on the CF, the thing I can't pronounce, the vitamin C. I'll put that on my skin, and then I'll put the Serum 10 over top of it to kind of lock everything in. The thing that's cool about the SkinCeuticals is that they are kind of all labeled with, you know, cleanse, prevent, correct, and protect. So it's really easy to see what you're applying to your skin, what you should be applying, and the steps that you should be applying it to. So I don't use a SkinCeuticals cleanser because I really, really like Cetaphil, and I only wash my face once a day unless I have makeup on and I'm going to the gym, where I'll also use the face wipes, the Cetaphil face wipes. So I really like that brand as well. I'll chat about it in my nightly routine, but in the morning, it's the SkinCeuticals Vitamin C. I do about 4 drops of that, rub it on my skin, my neck, and then the Serum 10, and I do the same thing, and I cover my skin and my neck. And I really want to caveat that, I'm going to say caveat like 20 times, I'm so sorry, that I really think it's so important, and people often forget to protect their neck. So often we just think about our face, we might think about our chin, but doing under your chin and your neck is so important to maintaining healthy, youthful skin. It kind of all goes in line. And you know, the thing that I always say is I always look at people's neck and their hands to see how they're aging, because it's so often that we forget about moisturizing and taking care of those parts of our body and those parts of our skin. So that's what I do in the morning. In the winter time, if it is kind of more dry out, I'll do this lightweight daily moisture. It's also a SkinCeuticals brand, and it's just like a really light moisturizer, and I'll probably just do maybe like a dime size and rub it into my skin over top of the serum to kind of prevent any of that dry flakiness that I tend to get in my T-zone area during the winter months. But in the summer, I tend to not use it as much. So then in the evening, like I said, I'll come home and I try to wash my face as soon as possible when I come home. If I don't have to go out or apply more makeup, I will wash my face as soon as I get home. I cannot tell you how guilty I feel if I go out and I'm super exhausted, or I've been drinking and I don't wash my face. Like when I wake up in the morning, I just cannot stand that feeling of almost like a makeup like film on my skin. I hate seeing makeup on my sheets. So I really, really, really do try and wash my face. I like the feeling of washing my face, so I will use this. Again, I've been really busy and I've been so tired that I've been using the Cetaphil wipes as well, because I find that they're super gentle. They still take off all of my makeup, and they don't give me that rash or breakout that I find sometimes other wipes do. And I think that that's just like a bit of an irritation, and maybe my skin is a little too sensitive for them. So I really like this brand. It's super gentle. It leaves my skin feeling really clean. It takes off all of my makeup. Like when I wipe my face with a towel to dry it off, there isn't any sort of makeup residue on it. So I love it. It's really cheap. It's a drugstore find. It's a drugstore gem. And you can also get it on Amazon. And the face wipes you can get in 25 packs on Amazon, which I love because I can only get the 10-pack ones in my drugstore in Toronto. So I will wash my face at night as soon as I get home or before I go to the gym, because again, you do not put makeup on and go to the gym. Please, please, please don't do that. You are literally seeping makeup into your pores. Unless I'm shooting something fitness and I have to wear makeup, I, carry the Cetaphil cleansing wipes with me if I'm going to a gym. Always, always, always remove the makeup from your skin before you work out, especially if you're prone to breakouts. You're just asking for it. You're literally saying bacteria and, the dirt of the outside world, please come into my pores and into my body and react. Sorry to be graphic, but it's true. Wash your face. So once I've washed and dried my face, I will use the SkinCeuticals HA Intensifier, and this is something that I've newly introduced into my routine. It's a really strong anti-aging product, and I love it because it's like, I put it on at night, and I go to bed, and I wake up, and like my skin is sort of renewed. So this really helps with fine lines and wrinkles and kind of plumping the skin. And again, that's not the scientific definition of what it does, but it really, really helps heal fine lines. I find when I'm really tired, or I haven't been drinking enough water, or I went out and I was drinking the night before, I wake up in the morning and I can sort of see more fine lines in my forehead than normal, just because I'm dehydrated, and it really bothers me. And it's crazy, since I've been paying attention to it, how much I've noticed that happens when I'm not drinking enough water. But I find that this really helps before bed because it's almost like a renewal on my skin. Like, I apply about 4 or 5 drops, I rub it on my skin, my face, chin, and neck, and I go to bed and I wake up and it's like a rejuvenation, and my skin looks amazing in the morning and really refreshed. And it's cute. It's like a cool purple color. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll post a closer picture on the blog for you guys to see. And then I use this emulsion. It's called Medicel B3. It's another SkinCeuticals product. And I find that what this really does is, when I mentioned those tiny little sort of rashy breakouts, I find that this really helps repair those. But I do find that it's a bit harsh. Like, when I put it on my skin, I see a bit of redness where those pimples are, and in my mind it just like means it's working. It doesn't burn or sting. But I put it on before bed because I find when I get up in the morning, it's just kind of healed, and those bumps and that redness has gone down and gone away. So it's really cool. Ooh, it's squirting everywhere. I'm running out, you guys. It's just this like tiny little soft emulsion that blends into your skin, and it's really lightweight, and it's really, really great for those tiny little rashes I find when I break out. So these two, the HA Intensifier and the Medicel B3, I think of them as sort of like repairing my skin overnight, and sort of healing and refreshing and taking away and countering, sort of like the tiredness and the exhaustion of being out and about throughout the day and coming into contact with the pollutants in the air, and any sort of fatigue or dehydrating, not drinking enough water that I have to battle. So those two are my fix. I love them. And then if I do have any sort of those big pimple breakouts, I will use the SkinCeuticals Blemish and Age Defense. This is like pimple potion in a bottle. I also use the product Zap It that I've actually run out of, but I will tag on this post. It's great for applying on your pimples during the day because it comes in like light, medium, and dark, so you can almost, use it as a cover-up on your breakout. But this I use overnight because it's super strong. I'll just dab a little bit on any sort of pimple that I have, and I find in the morning that little breakout or blemish has totally gone down. There might still be some redness that I need to cover up with makeup, but the actual size of it is reduced. So honestly, this is my little genie gem in a bottle. It's called Blemish and Age Defense. I'm sure that there is one for younger skin, or more youthful skin. So I would definitely recommend going onto the SkinCeuticals website and checking this out. And I will post this, and I'll see if there are any ones that don't have the anti-aging component to them, and I'll tag those as well. So you'll notice that I really rarely use a moisturizer, and I've kind of shifted over to these serums. I had a consultation with a SkinCeutical skincare specialist who told me that based on my skin and the level of oiliness to dryness, I don't necessarily need to be using a moisturizer unless I'm seeing that sort of flakiness. So I tend to shy away from moisturizers, and I've been focusing on serums, and it's made a huge difference in my skin. Like very, very, very big difference. I don't feel that dryness. I feel like my skin isn't as dependent on that moisturizer. And it feels like, and it looks really fresh and glowy. So I'm a big fan of the serums. Now, one thing that I do to kind of correct and prevent any breakouts, either 2 to 3 times a week, depending on how my skin is that week or that month, is SkinCeuticals Clarifying Clay Mask. So this is like a deep pore cleansing mask that I love. I just started using this this year, and I am honestly obsessed with it.